What's in the box?
This weekend marks a moment we movie fans have been waiting 9 long years for, the highly anticipated sequel to Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. But our anticipation also comes with some hesitation. For one thing, in the 9 years between Sin Cities, Frank Miller became a right-wing nutjob who pissed all over movie audiences' faces. Robert Rodriguez, on the other hand, decided to take time off from making Spy Kids 28, The Legend of Curly's Gold, to co-direct with Quentin Tarantino the exploitation double feature, Grindhouse. Though Grindhouse flopped, Rodriguez was inspired to take one of his fake trailers from it and make it into a real movie by the name of Machete, with Mexican badass Danny Trejo slicing up motherfuckers and taking names. It was enough of a success that Rodriguez kept the promise that he made at the end of that movie and continued the adventures of Machete with Machete Kills. And, well, let's just say that the only one who got killed this time was Machete. At the box office, that is. And it wasn't just at the box office where Machete Kills failed. As a movie, it takes any semblance of realism that the first Machete had and throws it out the window by its intestines. Say what you will about the first Machete's more serious tone, but at least it was consistent, and Machete was a kick-ass action hero that you rooted for. Here he takes a backseat to a tangled web of endless celebrity cameos and the stupidest of stupid storylines. If the first Machete wanted him to be Rambo, the second one wants him to be James Bond. No, not one of the good James Bonds. Aha, there you go. You know you're in trouble when the film straight up opens with another fake trailer for a third Machete movie, which hilariously promises us laser machetes and appearances from
Justin Bieber and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, if the headlines are to be believed, I don't think we're gonna be seeing those two in a movie together anytime soon. The movie starts up with Machete doing his thing on a group of bad guys, where he tragically loses his lady love from the first movie, played by Jessica Alba. What was her character's name again? Yeah, whatever, I don't care. In the midst of his grief, Machete is called by President Charlie Sheen, Carlos Estevez, to get Machete to stop Marcos Mendez, a schizophrenic Mexican revolutionary played by Demian Bichir, who's threatening to blow up America unless the president takes care of the drug cartels dominating the Mexican border.
Not interested.
Motherfucker, I'm not asking if you're interested. I'm the president of the United fucking States, man.
Through a series of encounters with hot babes, he meets up with Mendez, who reveals that he's wired the missile to his heart after watching Crank last night on cable, I presume, and has set it to go off in 24 hours. So Machete must find the guy who made the missile so that he can disarm it, blah blah blah, lots of stupid things happen, and out of the blue, Machete Kills becomes an entirely different movie at the halfway point, when Machete finds the man he's looking for, Luther Vaz, played by Mel Gibson. Which reminds me, it's a sad day when one of the Nimrods from Twilight gets into the Expendables before Danny Trejo does. Just saying. As it turns out, Vaz made Mendez build the missile because he wants to start a nuclear war while he and some other rich crazy people create a new society in space.
Yes, I'm a Star Wars fan.
So as Machete tries to stop this madman, the endless parade of new plot threads starts to wear you out. Characters from the first movie return. Machete's handler turns out to be evil. He meets the Master of Disguise hitman who's been chasing him the whole movie, as played by 3 different actors, and Lady Gaga. I mean, Jesus, after a while, you just stop caring or being engaged with the movie. You may as well be watching a fish tank for 100 minutes. One that occasionally has explosions. But I will admit there are certainly a lot of fun moments to be had where you remember what an effective director Rodriguez used to be with action movies. There's also a bright spot in the performances of Demian Bichir and Mel Gibson, who know exactly what type of movie they're in and overact with maniacal glee.
You're crazier than I am! Crazy like a gypsy fuck, man!
Well, ladies and gents, I had hoped to have an uninhibited evening, but...
God!
I want to see a movie about these guys far more than one about Machete. But the rest of the characters come and go so quick through this movie that very few of them have an impact. And Charlie Sheen is just there to do more lame jokes about his status as a celebrity train wreck.
For me, winning was only the beginning.
Huh, if it were 2011, I'd laugh hard at that joke. But it isn't, so I don't. It's hard to distinguish the exact difference between a good movie that's intentionally bad and an intentionally bad movie that's just bad. So let me just give you the bottom line. Machete Kills is just a bad movie. Maybe it'll amuse you the same way the first Machete amused me, but yeah, it just tries too damn hard to muster that much enjoyment. But even if Rodriguez does do a third Machete, hey, At least it isn't Spy Kids 40, Alan Cumming Takes Manhattan. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Anyway, the only thing Machete really kills in this movie is your brain cells. So why not kill some more? It's time for the drinking game. Toma una foto o beber cada vez que... Machete tells somebody about what he don't do.
Machete don't smoke. Machete don't fail. Machete don't joke. Machete don't tweet.
I presume somewhere out there is a warehouse full of unsold Machete Don't Tweet t-shirts. You see another unnecessary use of bad CGI. Seriously, they CGI a guy sitting in a boat in this movie. I mean, Jesus! Someone says Machete's name.
Machete. Machete. Machete.
Machete.
Machete.
Machete. Machete.
Someone quits while they're ahead, which is action movie speak for someone gets beheaded. Machete whips out his, machete, and take a double shot when Mel Gibson wears a cape. Hey, fun fact, that's the exact same cape that Mel Gibson wore during production of Passion of the Christ. Oh, it's true. Look it up. And on the nudity watch, despite the fair share of boobage in the last Machete, Machete Kills is surprisingly and disappointingly nudity-free, save for a stupidly censored sex scene and Sofie Vergara's gun boobs. And gun dick. Huh, could have sworn I've seen that before. On the enjoyableness continuum scale from Bull to Bruce, Machete Kills throws a really big knife and sticks it into a 4 out of 10. This movie is far from winning. I'm Jesse Shade for JoeBlow.com and... oh, damn it, I just remembered! William Sadler's in this movie, and I didn't even make one Bill and Ted reference. Ah, fuck it, here you go.
You might be a king or a little street sweeper, but sooner or later you dance with the Reaper. Get down with your bed, sir.
Hey everyone, Jesse Shade here from Awfully Good Movies. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see me take on more good bad movies, click on any of the links you see here, or subscribe to see this show alongside all the great content that we offer here at JoeBlow.com. And remember, I love you. Wait, that sounded wrong. But I do love you though.